It's Sunday. You know what that means. Good Sunday afternoon, everybody. It is Sunday, July 17th, 2022, and this is Bethea's Byte Reloaded, your home for news, opinions, debates, your voice, and justice served. I'm Ernest Bethea, the Last Outlaw. Thank you so much for joining me. And first off, let me give a quick shout out to my brother in North Carolina, aka Joey Corleone. What's up, man? Happy birthday. 38 trips around the sun, brother. I love you and hope for 38 more. Ladies and gentlemen, before I even really get going here, I want to take my time and thank all 106 of you YouTube subscribers. I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but this is maybe one time me sounding like a broken record is a good thing. You are the engine that keeps Bethea's Byte not only reloaded, but it keeps it going stronger than it's ever been. So to the 106 of you that have taken time to subscribe to the channel, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, as far as the house cleaning is concerned, if you want to get in contact with me on Facebook, my personal page is the Last Outlaw 316. If you want to get a hold of me on the Bethea's Byte page, it's Bethea's Byte Reloaded. I'm looking for you to like, share, comment, and follow me. I'll keep this thing as updated as best I can. I will be going through my Twitter feed too, and you can follow me there at EKB316. And as I'm going through it, I'm looking to see all of you. So like, share, retweet, comment, and follow me. I'll be making sure I get all of my missing persons information, true crime information from there as well. If you want to follow me on YouTube, great. Please do. I'm at user/EKB316. That's where the last 106 of you got me. Anyway, still, I'd love to have more of you. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for future videos. I'll be updating everything on the Bethea's Byte message board at Bethea'sByte.com. What I'm looking for you to do there, I want you to register, log in, drop me a comment. I want you to get in on the conversation and the investigation. Let's find these people that are missing, and let's bring these bad guys to justice. If you want to email me, I'm not the hardest guy to find via email. I'm at kingofhearts316_09 at outlook.com. When you email me, in the subject line, you type in Bethea's Byte Reloaded. You drop me a comment, but please keep them clean because I may read them on the air live. And every missing persons case, every true crime case that'll pop up, you'll find it also on my Instagram page at the Last Outlaw. Again, you'll find those links. You'll find all the missing persons information all there. So drop me a line. I would love to hear from you. Please, you can even add a comment and let me know what you're thinking on each case. Now, let's get down to business here. I'm opening this up to anybody who wants to speak their piece, update a true crime case that everybody should be talking about or should be paying attention to. I'm gonna start off with something that happened just a couple of months ago, and it's still, in the words of my pastor, stinkier as each day that goes by. This has come courtesy of CBS News. It says that Texas lawmakers say Uvalde's response was a result of systemic failures and egregious poor decision making. Or better yet, let's go to this video here. Here, take a listen.
To know the circumstances, love to sit down and visit with them, happy to do that one-on-one, but that was not. I did not ask anybody, obviously, not to be there.
NBC back there in the dress.
Go ahead. Yep.
Go ahead. Yep.
So the answer to that is we will go with the House precedent on investigatory committees. When a House investigatory committee is formed, we do our work in executive session, and the documents that were delivered, most of those I legally cannot release unless I'm given permission to from a non-disclosure agreement. I've tweeted about that and made people aware. And happy to share the non-disclosure agreement with you, but our hands are tied by precedent and some of the things that we had to do to obtain this. And also, I don't know if there's any other investigations that have been alluded to, but I wouldn't do anything without consultation with the investigators in order to get something done to make sure they're okay with it to jeopardize that.
The person in the glasses with their hand. Thank you.
We are not advised at this time. You're going to have to talk to the different individuals, the agency heads, and again, I'm assuming they're going through a very complicated review of looking at body cam footage to figure out what information was actually available, what was not, those types of things. And we do not have able to do that.
Lady in the back with the face mask. I know there's a lot, but you know what I'm talking about right there. Glasses.
You're looking at a press conference with the officials regarding the Uvalde school shooting.
Laid out that there is up to 80,000 school buildings that each the children of Texas attend throughout the days of the school year. And does it seem like a Herculean task to actually overcome that? I'm going to make a quick comment, but I think my colleagues want to make sure they get a chance to answer as well. We put that fact in there to make sure that when we talk about school hardening and school safety measures or whatever that is, people remember There are 80,000 buildings in the state of Texas, and that is, but you know what? We have to recognize that as we talk about this policy. Representative Moody,
had an opportunity to visit with educators from Rob, not just during this process, but today as well. And that idea of security and safety and moving forward, specifically for them and for this community, is something that they're focused on, and we are helping focus on that with them. But I think that the broader point about lessons learned and moving forward, and why that number is important to know, is that it is a large task, but our priorities, if our priorities are safety and security of our kids, then that is the task at hand. So the job that we had here to set out facts to understand what's going on, that is an important fact to know. And my kids are in 2 of those campuses back home, and so do I care about that? And I can visit with folks back on the Sherman. That's absolutely. And then we have an obligation going forward at the state level as well.
Justice.
Okay, guys, sorry about that. And I had my internet service knocked out for a bit, but I'm back. Um, I was about to read an article from CBS News where you had just heard that press conference. For instance, like they were just coming up with every kind of excuse as to why they haven't they're not doing anything in regard to the shooting in Uvalde. The article says that the failure of police to go into the Uvalde classroom while a gunman killed children inside was the result of systemic failures and egregious poor decision making among every law enforcement agency that responded. This is according to a highly anticipated report by Texas lawmakers released today. Everything I read from this point, if you hear a quote from me, the quote is coming from the report. Other than the attacker, the committee did not find any villains in the course of its investigation. There is no one to whom we can attribute malice or ill motives. Instead, we found systemic failures and egregiously poor decision making. End quote. 19 children and 2 adults were killed in the May 24th massacre at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde. In June, Texas Governor Greg Abbott called for the State House to convene a special legislative committee to investigate the shooting, and the lawmakers released their preliminary findings in Sunday's report. The committee interviewed 40 people, including at least 20 law enforcement officials. Initial accounts had placed the blame for the delay in the response largely on Uvalde School Police Commissioner Pete Arredondo, the incident commander, who is Texas Public Safety Commissioner Stephen McCraw said was responsible for the law enforcement response. But Sunday's report said the failure extended beyond Arredondo. According to that report, 376 law enforcement officers in total responded to the shooting. It's a number that included just 5 of the officers from the local school's police force. There were 25 Uvalde police officers, 16 sheriff's deputies, and some neighboring county law enforcement, but the vast majority were state and federal officials, with 149 Border Patrol officers, 91 state police officers, 13 U.S. Marshals, and 8 federal DEA officers. DEA is the Drug Enforcement Administration. The report also said that despite the large number of officers who responded, the group had no clear leadership and lacked the communication to respond efficiently. Quote, the void of leadership could have contributed to the loss of life as injured victims waited over an hour for help, and the attacker continued to sporadically fire his weapon. Most of the victims, quote, perished immediately, end quote, although the committee wrote that it's, quote, plausible some of the victims could have survived if they had not had to wait 73 additional minutes for rescue, end quote. The responding officers failed to adhere to their active shooter training, and they failed to prioritize saving the lives of innocent victims over their own safety. The report also said that there was a relaxed vigilance on the school campus about intruders, with at least one classroom being known for being unlocked. On the day of the shooting, no one had locked the 3 exterior doors. Additionally, there were frequent lockdowns prompted by bailouts, the term used to describe when a vehicle with suspected undocumented migrants crashes during a police pursuit and the people inside of the vehicle scatter. There are about 50 alarms between February and May 2022 related to bailouts, leading to a diminished sense of vigilance about responding to security alerts. Again, that's according to the report. The report also revealed new details about the 18-year-old gunman Salvador Ramos, who was described in the report as a school shooter by friends of his girlfriend in 2021. The gunman had made threats to women, had begun to, quote, demonstrate interest in gore and violent sex, watching and sometimes sharing gruesome videos and images of suicides, beheadings, accidents, and the like, end quote. He did not return to school when school reopened amid the COVID-19 pandemic, according to the report. Law enforcement officials conducted interviews with family members, examined data on the shooter's phone, and provided testimony to Texas lawmakers. He shot his grandmother before the attack on the school. Committee members were set to meet with the families of the victims later Sunday to discuss the report and answer their questions. Some of the footage leaked to local news outlets, including the Austin American-Statesman and KVUE last week. The video showed the gunman walking down an empty hallway and stopping to fire into classrooms. As a student who spotted the shooter rounded a corner and then ran away. 3 minutes later, the first police officers entered the building, and the gunman shot at them. The video then jumped 19 minutes ahead and showed a more heavily armed police presence in the hallway, but officers had still not confronted the gunman. 77 minutes into the edited video, officers can be seen breaching the classroom amid a barrage of gunfire. Although Texas lawmakers initially praised law enforcement's response, in the weeks since, local authorities have provided shifting and often conflicting accounts of the delay between when the gunman entered the school and when the U.S. Border Patrol agents unlocked the classroom door and killed him. Governor Abbott said days after the shooting that he had been misled by officers in the immediate aftermath of the shooting. On Friday, the New York Times reported that Uvalde officials gave a document to McCraw in a closed-door meeting in the days after the shooting that urged him to praise law enforcement for acting quickly and saving children's lives. The meeting came after McCraw had publicly criticized the law enforcement response. McCraw's agency is leading the investigation into the police response. Additionally, the Justice Department said on May 30th it would be conducting a review of law enforcement's actions. Government officials last week objected to the initial release of the video, with McCraw saying he was deeply disappointed the video had been released before victims' families had a chance to view it. The families were supposed to privately view the video on Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what else to tell you except that is and should be unacceptable. Unacceptable. But actually, I want to hear from one of you guys. I want to hear what you're thinking. So you got the floor. You can hit me up with comments here on the channel. Comments to my email at kingofhearts316_09 at outlook.com. Any way you want to let me know, or you can join me right here. Here, make this a panel discussion, and we can talk about this until we're blue in the face. Like I said, it's pathetic the way they handled it. It could have been done a lot. It could have been done a lot better than what they did. A lot better. Especially when you're dealing with a situation like they were, and police, instead of worrying about their own condition, their job is to get the kids out. There's nothing else left to be said about that. Their job was to get those kids out of there. And how many law enforcement officials does it take to get one gunman subdued? Let me know what you think. In the meantime, I am going to head straight for the blotter because we got people missing, and it's up to us to get them home. So we're gonna start right here with Savannah Welch. PSO's deputies are currently searching for Savannah Welch, a missing or runaway 16-year-old. Welch stands 5'6", weighs around 150 pounds, with blonde hair and brown eyes. She was last seen on July 16th at 11:30 in the Premier Avenue area of Port Richey. She was last seen wearing a neon green t-shirt with an MTV logo, black shorts, and black Crocs. If you have any information on Savannah Welch's whereabouts, you are asked to call the Pasco Sheriff's Office non-emergency line at 727-847-8102, option 7. You can also report tips online at pascosheriff.com/tips. Again, the number is 727-847-8102 and select option 7, or report the tips online at pascosheriff.com/tips. And remember, if you see something, say something. We have three missing children out of Idaho Falls, Idaho. Let me try that again because my tongue got a little tied. We have 3 missing children out of Idaho Falls, Idaho. There we go. We have Clara Meyer, who stands 4 feet 6 inches tall, weighs 60 pounds, with brown hair, green eyes. We have Brenton Meyer, 5 years old, 3 feet 9 inches tall, 40 pounds, with blonde hair and brown eyes. And we have 2-year-old Leah Meyer, standing 3'3", weighs 30 pounds, with blonde hair, blue eyes. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Leah, Brenton, or Clara Meyer, you're asked to call 911 or get in contact with the Pocatello Police Department. And the number there is 208-234-6100. That's 208-234-6100. Leah was last seen on June 10th. Brenton and Clara last seen June 12th. Let's find these three siblings and bring them home. We're also looking for Jamie Henry out of Kennesaw, Georgia. She stands 5 feet 2 inches tall, weight unknown, and has brown hair and brown eyes. Her hairstyle may vary, whether it's braids, dreadlocks, etc. She was last seen on May 8th of 2021. If you have any information, get in contact with the Cobb County Sheriff's Office at 770-499-3900 or call 911. Again, that's 770-499-3900. Onward. Arctic Fox True Crime has information on missing 12-year-old Angie Carrasco. and she is believed to be in immediate danger. Arctic Fox.
What is going on, YouTube? This is Arctic Fox. Welcome back to the channel. We have a breaking Amber Alert out of Corinth, Texas, for a 12-year-old little girl named Angie Carrasco. Angie is a Hispanic female with brown hair and brown eyes, standing at 5'1" tall and weighing 120 pounds. She was last seen wearing a t-shirt of unknown color, crop-style shoes, and black shorts. Police are looking for an unknown suspect in connection with her disappearance.
Hang tight, guys. Here we go.
What is going on? The suspect is driving a silver, newer model Chevrolet Silverado with unknown license plates. The suspect was last heard from in Corinth, Texas. Law enforcement officials believe this child to be in grave or immediate danger. Guys, we've got to get this little girl's face out all over social media. She is in imminent danger, according to law enforcement officials. Unfortunately, we do not have a photograph of the suspect in question. We do know that it is a later model Chevy Silverado pickup truck that they are in. However, we do not have a license plate number for that vehicle. So what I need you guys to do is to do what you do best. Give this video a like. It really does help more people to see Angie's face. And the more people that see Angie, the greater the chances are that we'll be able to bring her home safe. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, consider clicking that red subscribe button. It really does help me out a lot. And if you ring that notification bell, you'll always be alerted whenever I upload another missing persons video. But right now, the most important thing that I need for you to do above anything else is to just click that share button. Share this on your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, any place you have social media. Guys, it only takes a second of your time to do, but it can make all the difference in the world in whether we're able to bring this little girl home safe or not. As always, guys, I do want to thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Y'all be kind to one another out there, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks to Arctic Fox True Crime. If you have any information on Angie Carrasco's whereabouts, please get in contact with local authorities. Call 911. If you see something, please say something. Let's see. We're looking for Fenyo Sabatji. I'm not now. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly or not. The word is from this Twitter post is that she's been missing since Monday. If you have there's not much information on her. Nothing about her age, height, weight, any of that. But this is the best we've got. This is her photo. I will have it on my Instagram page. If you know if you know where she is, have any information on her whereabouts, please get in contact with whoever you need to get in contact with. Let's find her. Let's bring her home. Looking for a Kylie Marie Birdsong. Kylie is 16 years of age, stands 5'8", weighs 180 pounds, with brown hair, green eyes. She has a pierced septum, Her nose is pierced and she has a tattoo on her right thigh. There's concern for the health of this teenager, last seen this weekend in East Kansas. She was reported missing from the small town of Mapleton, Kansas, which is located in Bourbon County. She may be struggling with her mental health. Advocates are saying that she could be in Iola or Fort Scott. She may also travel to Oklahoma. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Kylie Marie Birdsong, you're asked to call the Bourbon County Sheriff's Office at 620-223-1440 or the Kansas Bureau of Investigation at 785-296-4017. You're also asked to call 911. Again, if you have any information on Kylie's whereabouts, you can call the Bourbon County Sheriff's Office at 620-223-1440 or the Kansas Bureau of Investigation at 785-296-4017. We're still looking for Zoe Davis. Zoe Davis, missing out of Wichita, Kansas since November 27th of 2017. At the time, she was 16 years old. She's 20 years of age now. She stands 5'5", 130 pounds, red or auburn hair with brown eyes. At the time of her disappearance, as I said, she was 16 years old. She's 20 years of age now. Now she has red or auburn hair that she might dye, brown eyes, 5'5", 130 pounds. If you have any information regarding her disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, you're asked to contact the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9452 or 316-660-9456, 316-268-4181, or 316-268-4111. Or you can get in contact with the Kansas Bureau of Investigation at 785-296-4017. You have now 5 options to get in contact with this information if you know of her whereabouts or you have any information on Zoe Davis. Let's find her. Let's bring her home. And we're still on the lookout for Kaylee Grace Jones. She was last seen at 11 o'clock Eastern Time at her family's home in the 700 block of Whooping Creek Church Road in Carrollton, Georgia, on June 14th, 2022. Her clothing is currently unknown, but she potentially may be carrying a blue book bag with a horse and the word Mazy, M-A-Z-Y, or Kaylee on the front. Kaylee is on the autism spectrum and has been without her medication. She needs urgent medical care. Her family suspects she may have been groomed by a stranger she met online and thus in danger. She doesn't have a cell phone or any other electronic device on her. Kaylee stands 5'8", 130 pounds, 135 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes, and they ask if you see Kaylee or have any information on her whereabouts. You're asked to call investigator Courtney Short of the Carroll County Sheriff's Office. That number is 770-830-5916, or you can email investigator Courtney Short at cshort@carrollsheriff.com. Refer to case number 2022-06-00-1911. Oh, and by the way, there is a $5,000 reward for any information leading to Kaylee Jones being brought home safe and sound. So, Georgia, let's get on it. We are looking for, if I can pull this up real quick. We're looking for Alish Wallenberg. 24-year-old Alish stands 5'5", weighs 130 pounds, with brown hair, hazel eyes. She was last seen at 153 Roselawn Place on July 5th of 2022. Her friends and family are very concerned for her safety. If you've seen or have any information regarding the whereabouts of Alish, please contact the LA Police Department's Missing Persons Unit at 213-996-1800. That's during non-business hours or on the weekends. Calls should be directed to 877 LAPD 24/7. That's 877-527-3247. Anyone who wants to remain anonymous should call the LA Regional Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. That's 800-222-8477. Or go directly to lacrimestoppers.org. Let's find Alish. Let's bring her back home, too. Here's another close-up shot of Alish before I move onward. Let's find her. Let's bring her home. DC Metro Police are looking for 15-year-old Denise Bradford, if I'm pronouncing that name right. She was last seen in a 1200 block of Halsing Place Southwest on Tuesday, July 12th of 2022. The incident was reported on July 15th of 2022. She's described as a black female with light complexion, stands 5'5", weighs 140 pounds, with red braids and brown eyes. She was last seen wearing a burgundy tank top and black jeans. If you have any information on Denaje's whereabouts, you're asked to call the Youth and Family Services Division at 202-576-6768 or the Command Information Center at 202-727-9099. Or if you want to remain anonymous, you can call 202-727-9099 or text 50411. Let's find Denaje. Let's bring her home. With Georgia, the Office of the Attorney General in Georgia and the Georgia Bureau of Investigation are asking for your help in identifying a person of interest who has a tattoo on his chest that matches or is similar to the sketch below. If you have any information, please call Crime Stoppers of Greater Atlanta at 404-577-8477. That's 404-577-TIPS. This is one retweeted by Arctic Fox True Crime. Thank you so much for this. This is a 4-part thread. The Dunklin County Sheriff's Department issued an endangered person advisory for 50-year-old Mary Ruth Blevins. She was last seen June 30th of 2022. Deputies say she's involved in a domestic dispute with Michael Schuyler Kinder, age 29, that involved weapons. Here's what we got on the flyer. She was last seen at 11 a.m. on Thursday, June 30th, in the 38,000 block of Route WW in Campbell, Missouri. Deputies said Blevins was involved in a domestic dispute with Michael Schuyler Kinder that involved weapons. She last had contact with her mother 3 days before the dispute. She's believed to be in a black 2002 Ford Mustang with Missouri license plate RF1Z1G. Okay, according to deputies, Blevins is a white female, stands 5'4", 110 pounds, has brown hair, blue eyes, and Michael Schuyler Kinder, as I mentioned earlier, is 29 years old, stands 5'10", weighs 185 pounds, has brown hair and hazel eyes. As you can see in the picture here, the tattoo on Kinder's arm here. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Blevins or Kinder, you're asked to call the Dunklin County Sheriff's Department at 573-888-2409. More information. A little more information I can, maybe not. I think I already covered that. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. PSO deputies are currently searching for Devin Bishop Thomas, a missing runaway 16-year-old. Bishop Thomas is 5'9", 130 pounds, with brown hair and blue eyes. He was last seen around 2:30 on July 14th in the Calumet Avenue area of Zephyrillus. Man, I'm off of my words today. He was last seen wearing white and blue shorts with a white tank top. If you have any information on Bishop Thomas's whereabouts, call Pasco County Sheriff's non-emergency line at 727-847-8102. select option 7. You can also report tips online at pascosheriff.com/tips. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are still in the blotter with all the missing persons cases that's coming. And here's another gem. Kyron Horman's case is still open, ladies and gentlemen. This one is, like I said, is near my backyard in Portland. Kyron's been missing since June 4th, 2010. There is a $50,000 reward for information leading to the resolution to Kyron's disappearance. So I'm looking, trying to dig up for new information. Now I'm finding nothing, but it's pretty much the same. So if you already know what the deal on the case is. Now you know that there's a $50,000 reward leading to resolution to Kyron's disappearance. If you have any information at all regarding Kyron's disappearance, you're asked to call the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-THE-LOST. That's 1-800-843-5678. 543-5678. The missing adult alert continues for Kashima Wright out of Forest Hill, Texas. She was last seen at the 7300 block on Colonial Drive in Forest Hill, Texas at 10:30 p.m. on July 10th. Kashima Wright is 40 years of age, stands 5'1", weighs 201 pounds, with black hair, brown eyes. She was last seen wearing a black hoodie, yellow jacket, yellow shirt, and black tights. If you have any information on Kashima's whereabouts, call the Forest Hill Police Department at 817-531-5250. 817-531-5250. What platform? My brother, the birthday boy, is talking about starting a podcast of his own. He wants me to give him a few pointers. I tell him so I'm telling him I'm using StreamYard. That way he can use he can get up to 10 people on his he can get up to 10 people on his podcast as a panel. He can share information he wants to share. Yeah, but like I said about my own area, keep it clean. Back to the blotter real quick. We're still looking for Kara Caudill Cox, and this is courtesy of Arctic Fox True Crime. This is like part 3. I'm just finding out about this about now. So to Arctic Fox True Crime.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Christy with This Country Girl's Life,
and I'm here to do a short video today about Kyra Cox, who's been missing for 2 months since yesterday. I wanted to do this video yesterday, but I managed to injure myself, and things happened, and it didn't get done, so here we are today. You may hear my dishwasher, you may hear my dogs, blazing hot, you may hear my house chicken, and you may hear my daughter. That's okay, it is what it is, and we're here to talk about Kyra today. So, here's Kyra's missing flyer. You've seen it before, but you're going to see it again because I want you to study it, I want you to learn it, and I want you to know it by heart because I want all of you out there, eyes open, looking for Kyra wherever you are. Kyra is 41 years old. She has brown hair and brown eyes. She's about 5'5", and she weighs 170 pounds. She has friends, family, two sons, a church family. Lots of people who love her and just want to bring her home. And we're going to try our best to do that for them. So, let's talk a little bit about the case. If you're not familiar with the case, I do have a playlist for Kyra, and I really encourage you to go back and watch my last video. It's about an hour long, but it's very informative. We show you the area near where she was last seen. Really give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. The type of terrain, the lack of facilities. It's the Mojave Desert, people. It also gives you a little insight into her boyfriend Adam's step, who we are not going to get into other than how he figures into this case. I don't want to waste time on Adam today. I just want to talk about Kyra and bringing her home. So this is what we know. Kyra left Oklahoma with Adam to accompany him. He's a truck driver, and he was making a haul to California, and she went with him. And she had done this in the past, but in the past, she had always let somebody know that she was going and when she would be back. Like one of her sons, her uncle, somebody always knew. And this time they didn't. And maybe that's unusual. Maybe it was a last-minute decision. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But Kyra left her car at a Love's travel stop in Seminole, Oklahoma, and it was later found there abandoned. Now, I asked her sister, why would she leave her car at the truck stop versus leaving it at Adam's house? And Adam didn't have a house. Adam lives out of his truck. And she said that in the past, Adam had picked her sister up at the Sand Springs Walmart, which Sand Springs is where Kyra was living. Or she had left it at truck stops in the past and then come back to retrieve it when they got back into Oklahoma. This time, Kyra did not come back and retrieve her truck. Kyra did not return with Adam, even though he returned with all of her belongings, except for her cell phone. Now, the last time Kyra was heard from was on May 15th, and she was in Arizona. And from what I understand, nothing seemed amiss. It sounded like everything was going okay. But after the 15th, there was nothing to contact anybody. She didn't use her social media. Nothing. And this is unusual. Kyra was the kind of person that she didn't talk to everybody every day, but she always talked to somebody every day. And after the 15th, there is no communication from Kyra. And when people try to get a hold of her, there's no response. Her sister sent her money on Cash App because she knew she didn't have anything, and that she would need that money to take care of herself out there and get home. The money was never accepted by Kyra. So she's really just vanished, basically. Now, I wish I was here today with an update for you, but I'm not. The reason for doing this video today is because I wanted to mark the fact that Kyra's been gone for 2 months. No one has talked to Kyra for 2 whole months. And I don't want this case to go cold. I don't want it to be forgotten. Kara is a Native American woman. She is part of the Muskogee Creek Nation here in Oklahoma. And these cases notoriously do not get covered as they should. Not just Native American cases, but cases out of Oklahoma in general just don't seem to garner the amount of press as some others do. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to get the word out about these cases. Right now, I'm very concerned for Kara because of the environment that she could be in. And I really want to return her to her family. And I can only do that with people like you and this wonderful community. My little growing community here, which I'm so proud of. You are all so wonderful. But the true crime community as a whole, we can come together and we can get eyes on this case and we can make sure that people don't stop looking, that people don't forget Kara, that she's out there somewhere and she needs to be found. So as I've asked before in my other videos, I'd like you to print out her flyer, pin it up if you go on any trips this summer, which I know a lot of us take road trips in the summer. And I'm asking you to do this no matter where you are or where you're going. Yes, Kara could be between California and Oklahoma, but if I put myself in Kara's position, I would do anything I could to get home to my family. So, and this is all speculation. This is not based in fact. This is just me trying to put myself in her position. She could have hitchhiked. She could have got a ride from another trucker, perhaps. I don't know. But knowing that that is a possibility means that Kara could be anywhere, not just between California and Oklahoma, because truckers go everywhere. So she could be out east, she could be up north, she could be down south, she could literally be anywhere. So I want eyes out there everywhere. And not just that, but I know a lot of truckers have cameras, and maybe they were in the same area as Kara and Adam. If they go back through their footage, they might be able to spot the truck, they might be able to spot Kara, something. And then that gives us, okay, they were in this place at this time, and it gives us a little more information, another nugget that we can throw in there and use that to figure out what the timeline of events was. Now, why do we need to do that? Because Adam, who, like I said, I'm not going to focus on him today, but Adam, when her family realized she was missing, he helped her sister look for her for 3 days here in Oklahoma, knowing she was not here. Yes. After he said that Kara had been in the truck with him, he then said he had left her near a casino in Arizona. Then he changed the story and said, actually, the last place he saw her was at a rest area in Essex, California. Essex is located off of Interstate 40, also known as Old Route 66. Now, why this is important is because it's the Mojave Desert. It's hot. It's not great terrain, and there's nothing there. Essex is actually considered a ghost town. There's no facilities in town. So it would be quite a feat for Kara to have walked somewhere, and she would be on foot. She would, sorry, that was my dog Shiloh. She would have had to walk quite far to get anywhere that had any kind of facilities. So I know truckers have cameras. A lot of people have cameras these days. So if you are going through your footage, just look on the flyer. It has all of the information about Adam's truck, everything that you would need to know. And just see, did you see this truck? Did you see Kara? Did you see Adam? And if you did, just go ahead and call that tip in. And the number on the flyer is for Jathan Hunt. He's the private investigator on this case. I talked about him in my last video. I gave you a lot of great information about all the wonderful things that Jathan and his team do. You can call Jathan. The number's right there. 405 259-7474. And he is in contact with the FBI who are handling Kara's case now. You can give Jathan a tip. He is not with law enforcement. So if you're not comfortable talking with law enforcement, with the authorities, you can call Jathan and you can give what information you have, and your information will be completely confidential. He can give the relevant information to the FBI so they can follow up on that tip, follow up on that lead, and you can stay out of it. So please, I'm asking you if you know anything, if you saw anything, go ahead and call that number 405-259-7474. That's Jathan. Give him that tip. It's very important because we need to bring Kara home. So if you travel along any major interstate and you guys stop, pin up one of her flyers, and you never know, it might spark something in somebody. And I also want you to share Kara's story with everyone you know. Share this video. Share it on all your social media. Share. That is a free way to help. It's the biggest way that you can help. Because every time you share, that puts more eyes on Kara's case. And that's what we need right now. More people, more eyes out there looking for Kara. Share her poster, share her story. Let everyone know what has happened. And keep it alive. Keep this case going. Because you don't know, the smallest tip could be exactly what we need right now. I don't know Kara. I've never met Kara. But I would really like to someday. And to do that, we need to get her back to Oklahoma. We need to get her home to everybody that loves her and misses her so much. So I'm going to show you a picture. I showed it in my past videos. And Kara, she has a tattoo. And I really feel like the tattoo is going to be important. Take a look at this tattoo. Screenshot this if you have to. Kara has a green Care Bear tattoo on her right shoulder. And I feel like this is probably one of the best identifiers that we could have, because Kara could have a different haircut. She could have a different colored hair. Any number of things could be disguising Kara. But this tattoo is still going to be there. And it can still be used to identify her. So, if you see somebody with a green Care Bear tattoo on their right shoulder, right in this area, if you see that on somebody, even if you think it doesn't look like Kara, go ahead and call that tip in. I don't care if you call it into your local authorities, like wherever you're at, when you see it, maybe that's the best thing to do. I don't really know, because somebody could get there right away. But call Jathan as well, because it needs to be checked out. Maybe it's not Kara. Entirely possible. But don't worry if you're calling in a tip and you think, it's not her. Go ahead and call it in, because it needs to be checked out, just in case. Just in case. I'm going to go ahead and put our missing flyer back up here. And like I said, I want you to study this. I want you to learn everything you can off of this flyer about Kara, about the truck, and just keep an eye out, please. That's all I can ask. Well, that's not all I can ask. I can ask that you give this video a thumbs up, because that helps boost it into the algorithm of YouTube, and it gets it out there to more people. And like I said, that's what we want, right? We want more people and more eyes on Kara and her story, and keeping it out there, and keeping it active, and keeping people looking for Kara. So please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And thank you so much to all of you who have. I love you all. You're a great community that we're coming together here, and we're going to do great things for a lot of people. I know we are. You guys are fantastic. You guys keep it so respectful in your comments, and I appreciate that so much, because the family watches these videos, and we don't want to do anything that would upset the family at this point. They're going through enough. So thank you so much for keeping it respectful, for sharing your ideas with me about, has this been checked? Has that been checked? I really do appreciate it. And I read every one of your comments, and I always try to respond back. So if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Share on your social media, share everywhere you can. Tell other people to come over here and watch. Give it a thumbs up. Let's boost it into the algorithm, and let's keep Kara's story out there. Thank you so much for coming and joining me today with my crazy hair and my injury and my dogs and my dishwasher and my chicken and my daughter. I really, really appreciate you taking time out of your day to spend with me and learn about Kara. Thank you so much, and I will see you all again in the next one. Hey guys, welcome back.
Thanks to Casey Christie and of course Arctic Fox True Crime for this update. Let's follow Casey on her YouTube, and let's keep a lookout for Kara. If you see something, say something. Call your local law enforcement. Turn in any tips you can. But let's find her and let's bring her home. Ooh. Let me go back in. Yeah, just subbed her up and shared her video to the community tab. I've got to sub her up as well. We have so many people miss on blotter today. All I ask you to do is let's get eyes out. Let's keep our focus out there for anybody who's out there looking for these people. Don't take the law into your own hands yourself. Call local law enforcement. Call those tip lines, 911. Get a hold of those investigators who leave their information via email. Get in contact with them. If you see something, say something. There may be rewards out for information leading to the recovery of that person, bringing them home safe, or leading to their recovery, where we may have to seek justice for not only that person, but the family of that person as well. So this is what I mean. So ladies and gentlemen, you've got the eyes, you've got the marching orders, you've got the way to get in and let's find these people. I've got another one, and I may have at least, I have one more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up for the day. Now, Lord, help me with this name. I've been terrible with names all day. Unhui Cardoza, aka Ginger. If I pronounce it right, I'll give myself a pat on the back later. Ginger is 82 years of age. She stands 4'9", weighs 115 pounds. She has gray hair and brown eyes. She was last seen wearing a black shirt over black slacks, gray shoes, and possibly a straw hat. Ginger left her home near Gilbert Road and Queen Creek Road and was last seen around 2 o'clock in the afternoon on July 15th. She suffers from dementia. She does not have a working cell phone. Police are actively searching for her. If you see or locate her, or you have any information on Ginger's whereabouts, you are asked to call the Chandler, Arizona Police Department at 480-782-4130. Again, that number is 480-782-4130. Let's find Ginger. Let's bring Ginger home. Right? and little something to get everybody to get an eye on. This is these two pictures here are from surveillance footage from the Sunshine Inn. And they're wondering why is this not being shared with Kelly Brandon's loved ones. Today is 2 years. What is it showing? What time did this occur? Is she walking toward or away from her room? Which way is she going? Is she alone or is she with others? This is the photo. This is the photos you have here. If you have any information on Kelly Brandon's whereabouts, you're asked to call your local law enforcement. But bottom line, let's find Kelly. Let's bring her home. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am tiring myself out. I wish we could have had more people to come on, post up come up with whatever they want to whatever true crime cases that they wanted to bring up, and I'll try this again another day. Hey, it's called today's edition. I called it "You Have the Floor." So we'll do this like this another time. You take the floor, and let's see what you have to say, what stories you want to bring, and we'll see how that works out. But for now, thank you for joining me. Thank you for everyone who jumped on. Fox, good to see you again. I would love to hear from you next time. I'm going to wrap this up for the day. And it's good to keep a community like this strong. So if you, like I said, whether it's missing persons, true crime, if you see something, say something. That's gonna wrap it here for me. I'm Ernest Bethea, the Last Outlaw. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, you got 6 ways to get in contact with me: through Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, my message form, my email at outlook.com, and on Instagram. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, you all know what to do. Byte this. Everybody, this is the Last Outlaw. I want to thank you all so much for watching this edition of Bethea's Byte. I've said it many times over that you are the engine that keeps Bethea's Byte going. Be sure to follow Bethea's Byte and Bethea's Byte Reloaded all over social media. Follow me on Facebook at the Last Outlaw 316 on my personal page, or the Bethea's Byte Reloaded page at Bethea's Byte Reloaded. Follow, like, share, leave a comment for me. Let me hear from you. Follow me on Twitter at EKB316. Follow, like, retweet, share, leave me a comment. I want to hear your thoughts. Hit me up on YouTube at user/EKB316. Like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and be sure to ring that notification bell for future videos. Swing by the message forum at Bethea'sByte.com. Register, log in, leave a comment, get in on the conversation and the investigation. Drop me an email at kingofhearts316_09@outlook.com. In the subject line, put in Bethea's Byte Reloaded, but keep your comments clean as they may be read live. I'll have videos and links for the missing and true crime cases on my new Instagram account at EB The Last Outlaw. I still don't mind you giving me a comment or two. Let me know what you're thinking. This is the home for news, opinions, debates, your voice, and justice served. This is Bethea's Byte, and it's reloaded.